की जय, भारत माता की जय।
All India Telugu Federation greets all our members and other friends in Tamil Nadu and India. Very happy and very 71st Republic Day of our country. You all know what Republic means. See, we got the independence in 47, but then our constitution has been adopted in 1950. So that is the day it is designated as a Republic Day. So we are very happy that India has progressed at a great level in the last 71 years. But we should say that of all the prime ministers we ever had, India ever had, the present Prime Minister, Honorable Sri Narendra Modi, probably scores the best among all the 10 prime ministers we ever had. Now, the achievements of the Honorable Prime Minister and the NDA government, we can list the number of achievements are there. Nearly 30 to 40 important achievements are there. I will mention a few of them. For example, you take as simple as yoga. Yoga started in India. It is our treasure. And he has popularized in the world the importance of yoga and the other natural methods of health. And nearly more than 300 countries are following. And even the United Nations of America has recognized yoga as a very important thing in a part of any culture. So that is the one thing. Then, when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister, he made one statement in one meeting. If we give 1 rupee to a beneficiary, only 16 paise will reach him. 84 paise will be taken away by all the staff and machinery which is required to take that money to him. This is what he made a statement. That was very important statement. To avoid this, our Modi ji, what he has done, he has opened nearly 15 crore bank accounts for the farmers and all the lower income group, so that whatever government wants to give directly goes to their account without even 1 rupee less. So this is a very important milestone in the economy of this or middle and lower income group. Similarly, GST, see, only one time tax, no multiple taxation system. And initially people had some resistance, but now we got used to it and we are happy because after all, nation requires revenue. Otherwise, how can they do all this welfare projects? So every citizen has a right to they have the responsibility to pay the taxes properly. At the same time, they have the right to ask the government whatever the basic requirement they want. So this is another thing. Then Swachh Bharat. 65% of the villages by building 15 crore toilets, either through the government or through donations or whatever. So this has become a very big movement all over the country. And once upon a time, the foreigners used to look down India as a very unhygienic country. Now the scenario has changed. Open defecation has virtually disappeared, more than 65%. Then many villages were not electrified. When he took over 7 years back, they were not electrified, and they are still using the other methods of lighting. So more than 18,000 villages have been under what is called Saubhagya Yojana. On the scheme, he has electrified more than 18,600 villages in the country. Then roads. See, communication and the transport is a very backbone of any country, because the transport is efficient. Many things will happen and the prices of many things will come down. This is actually was visualized by previous Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao. He started this roads scheme. Now it has not taken up very well till Modi ji took over. He has laid down more than 24,000 kilometers of road throughout the country and established communication to very interior villages in the country. So this is a very important step. Then terrorism. Terrorists across the border has been a terrible problem. Around the year, we've been suffering. In Bombay, in everywhere there has been terrorist attacks. Even the parliament they attacked. So by abolishing this demonetization system, the funding to terrorists has completely come to nil. Nobody could fund the terrorists. So the terrorism activities almost come down to not even 5% of what it was there. So this is another important thing, because see, only if there is terrorism only, the law and order becomes completely disturbed. The security for a citizen is always at stake because of the terrorist activity. So that has come down. Then earlier, plenty of these religious missionaries, in the name of various trusts, they have been bringing siphoning lot of money out of country, and also they are taking money out of the country, and a lot of hawala deals were going on through this so-called missionaries. I don't want to mention the religion, but whatever. All those bogus missionaries have been closed. How many? Nearly several lakhs of these accounts have been closed, saying that these are all shell companies. There is no social activities for these companies except money, hawala deal, and causing the problem to the economy of the country. So several lakhs of these bogus companies have been closed. So this is another very important thing. Then, our Indian Prime Minister always respected across the country, but after Modi ji took over, the respect to our Indian Prime Minister has gone high in the Committee of Nations, because even the United Nations and everywhere, whenever our Prime Minister goes, he receives a standing ovation. So these all because of the performance. You see, without performance, nobody will recognize. So there is no other way you can influence the world leaders except by performance. So he has shown the performance. And Pakistan, another country which has been a constant source of nuisance for us across the border, terrorism, various other deals. So he has taught Pakistan a lesson by the surgical strikes. He said, we're not going to keep quiet. If you play with India, we are going to show it in the right way. And only how a surgical strike overnight and finished all the terrorist camps across the border. And afterwards, everything has been silenced. There is no movement. That is one thing. Second is the diplomatic relations with other countries, neighboring countries, and also other major countries has completely isolated Pakistan. He has proved that Pakistan is the base for all the terrorist activities. This has proved to the world. So everybody had an eye on the Pakistan, and virtually Pakistan has been isolated in the world group of world committee. So this is a major achievement. It's a big shock to Pakistan, and now they want to show that they are trying to abolish terrorism, so that they can again gain the confidence of the world leaders. But which will take time. To take time, it's not possible. And China is another thing, another country which has been always, they behave as if they are friends, again they create problem. So, what happened? Now all that border, and he has put roads, Indian border side, the transport was a problem. To military operations, transport facility is very important. So there was no road along the border where most of these military contingencies can be carried. He has put road, and still they are being laid. There is a big plan to have a road across the entire border, so that there is a free movement of our military activities across the border. So this is another thing. You all remember during the UPA government, every week there was a scam. So it was almost like a scam a week. This has become a joke. You all of you remember. So now in the last 7 years, have you heard of any major scam? There may be minor incidents because it's a big country. You can't control all the 100 crore people. But there will be some problem. But no major scam. At least there is no scam by the government. So some individuals may do it. This is a major achievement, to see that there are no scams, so that saves so much of money to the country. Because when there is a scam, several thousands of crores of money is being siphoned out to various countries. So that is another scam. Then some effort, but then he couldn't succeed. There was a problem. So he has created a situation where even our Muslim brothers have accepted it, and he is also going to build a mosque in the same area where the Ram temple is being built in Ayodhya. So there is a religious harmony among the various important religions of this country. This is an important creation of our Prime Minister Ji. So this is something which has been brooding in the Hindus' mind for several centuries. Overnight, he has put an end to the whole thing, and Ram Mandir already now it is under construction. The Muslim woman, the rights of Muslim women was very pathetic. The triple talaq. If a husband 3 times says triple talaq, it is equal to giving a divorce. Can you imagine the security of a woman if there is a rule like that where a husband can within 2 minutes can give a divorce and go away? So he said this is a very great injustice done to Muslim women, and he created a public opinion in favor of that, and finally he made sure that the parliament has enacted the triple talaq has been abolished. Now the entire Muslim community is thankful to him for creating a security situation for women, because women is an important person in the house, responsible for the social well-being, family well-being, children well-being. So if they don't have a security, the family itself becomes into all trouble. So this he has realized, and he said Muslim women require security. So triple talaq has been abolished. Then oil countries, when the UPA government, they didn't pay the debts, almost the tune of $7 billion from to various oil countries, and they left. And the present government has cleared all the debts. Only thing is they bargained through political negotiations to waive off the interest part of it and paid the capital and closed the account. So this is something great for the country to say that we don't have any debts across the border. And the hydroelectric project, now Bhutan has agreed. They wanted to have a mega hydroelectric project, and they want Indian scientists to build a project in their country. So there was a worldwide kind of affair. Everybody competed, and finally India got it to create a project in Bhutan, a very major project, which is a very happy news. Dams, various dams in Nepal. Actually, China seriously attempted to get that contract, but then we won and we got the contract to build a major dam in Nepal. And second was, again there was an oil problem in Iran. The price was mounting when we are a very difficult economic situation. So he bargained with the Iranian and other oil countries to accept the price of oil which we buy in Indian rupees. Earlier they were not accepting, they wanted in dollars. So when they say dollars, it became very difficult for us because we were losing a lot of foreign exchange. So he made all the oil companies to accept to receive the money, whatever we buy, oil we buy, in Indian rupees. This is itself is a major advantage to Indian economy. Then uranium. Uranium is another source of radioactive material. Earlier, the major countries like USA and England and other countries, they put a lot of restrictions on the Indians importing uranium, and we had a lot of difficulty. Now, Canada, he visited personally to Canada to get the uranium project completely cleared, and that now regularly Canada is supplying uranium to India. Then, in Saudi Arabia and Yemen, there was a war. This is about a few years back. There was a war. During that war, what happened? Several thousands of Indians were stranded. They couldn't return to India. They want to come to India, they couldn't come. So, can you believe that he negotiated with these two countries which were engaged in war to give a remission for the war for a few hours for all the Indians to return? Successfully he negotiated. He made the war stop for a few hours and every Indian quickly returned to India and then the war continued. See, this is the diplomatic success. So these are all things that most of the people may not know what is happening. This is the great ideas created by our Honorable Prime Minister. Then the Rafale deal with the France, the war airplanes. You must have seen in the TV news the Rafale deal, and those very, very, very strong fighters, air fighters, they can shoot up to several hundreds of kilometers distance with what is called targeted missiles, because they hit the target, calculated target without any mistake. So, if they are activated, the enemy countries, actually all the border countries like Pakistan, China, Nepal, everybody, after we got the Rafale Air Force, they are all very careful about the Indian military force. So this is another thing recently purchased. Then COVID management. See, this is something nobody expected. 2019, nobody thought there would be a pandemic like this which devastated the whole world. Every corner of the world was devastated. So it became the job of every prime minister of the country, every country, to plan properly to control this COVID infection so that the diseases and the death rate will be low. And there was a survey done recently by an American naval organization. They surveyed 15 countries, all top countries like UK, America, Canada, Australia, Russia, all these top countries, France, and they came up saying that India stood number one in the COVID management. That is, they compared for the population, what is the disease rate, what is the death rate. So when you calculated, India stood first. Why this could happen? Because of the preemptive planning, the lockdown in time, on time. All this planning and the restriction on wearing masks, public movement, all the public functions, school, so many things. Though there was a lot of public inconvenience, but then we saved several lakhs of lives for the country. So in the COVID management, India stood first. So in spite of all the high-tech countries available, so this is another thing. Then abolition of the Article 370 and 35A. This is another thing. Still, there is a lot of hue and cry about this, but then this has brought the Kashmir into the mainstream of the country. Can you believe at the time of independence, there was an agreement that Kashmir will be a separate state, it will have a separate constitution, it will not be abide by the Indian constitution, they will not have Indian flag. All these things they agreed. What a strange thing to have a state in our own country which doesn't respect our flag. So, he said nothing doing. That's all not possible. Everybody has to respect Indian flag, Indian constitution. Every citizen of the country has only one constitution. You can't have different constitution. So, this a lot of opposition. Interestingly, the idea was initially mooted by the UPA government itself. Now they are opposing it. The original plan and the draft was drawn in the UP government, but they couldn't implement because they didn't have the willpower. Whereas this man had the willpower. This man had the willpower to implement and say nothing doing. Every citizen of the country must come under one constitution. Don't you think this is a very nice idea? So earlier you couldn't buy or sell land in Kashmir. There are a lot of restrictions, and you can't. There's so many restrictions to travel to Kashmir. But now nothing. It's a free country. Anybody can go anywhere and buy anywhere. So these are all the various achievements, my dear friends. You should understand why we all love Modi ji, why our country, or imagine 10 years back, those who are seniors will appreciate what I am saying. 10 years back during UPA government, have you ever thought that India will make a progress? Whether India can never win over all these scams and so much of financial crisis. And now we have a hope. Now he created a hope among every citizen of the country that we are going to be the world leaders in the next 1 or 2 decades. So this hope is not a very easy thing to happen in a country of this size with more than 100 crore population. So great Prime Minister, and I think we should expect, we wish that the government, the good Lord will give him long life, and we want him to be the Prime Minister for at least another 20-30 years and make this country top in the committee of world leaders. And once again, thank you, wish you all the best for the coming Republic Day, and thank you for the opportunity.